Hello, mathematicians. Today we're going to be learning about whole numbers, more specifically division, and the different parts of division, such as the dividend, divisor, quotient, and sometimes a remainder. So we're going to start off with 240 divided by 4. We're going to go through the steps of how to divide, and then we're going to go over the different parts of division. So in order to divide this, we're going to go ahead and set up our long division, where we have 240 divided by 4, and we ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into that first digit? And 4 does not go into 2, so then we ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into the first 2 digits, which is 24? And 4 goes into 24 6 times, and that's because 4 times 6 is equal to 24. So now we're going to go ahead and subtract by 24. 24 minus 24 is equal to 0. And don't forget that we still have an extra digit that we need to bring down. And now we have 0. So we ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 0? And 4 goes into 0 times, because 4 times 0 is equal to 0. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. And we have no remainder. That means that 240 divided by 4 is equal to 60. Now that we've gone over the division, let's go over the different parts. We had 240 divided by 4, and we found out that that was equal to 60. So here we have the same problem using long division, except without the work on the bottom. And 240 is called our dividend. The dividend is the number being divided. So it's the number you are splitting up into groups. We're dividing this by 4, and 4 is called our divisor. The divisor is the number you divide by. This number tells you how many groups you are dividing into. So basically, we're taking 240 and dividing it into 4 equal groups. And we ended up with an answer of 60. So that means when we took 240 and divided it into 4 equal groups, we got 60 in each group. And this is called the quotient. The quotient is the answer to a division problem. Now let's go over another example. Here we have 143 divided by 20, and 143 is our dividend, so it goes on the inside. We're dividing by 20, which is called our divisor, so that goes on the outside. And our goal here is to find our quotient, which is the answer. First, we ask ourselves, how many times does 20 go into the first digit, which is 1? And 20 does not go into 1, so we move on to the next digit as well. So we ask ourselves, how many times does 20 go into 14? And in this case, it does not go into 14, so we're going to move on and include the third digit. Now we ask ourselves, how many times does 20 go into 143? And 20 goes into 143 7 times, and that's because 20 times 7 is equal to 140, and that's as close as we could get to 143 without passing it. So now we're going to go ahead and subtract by 140, because 20 times 7 is equal to 140. 143 minus 140 is equal to 3. So that means that 143 divided by 20 is 7 with a remainder of 3. Now let's go over the different parts to that division problem. We had 143 divided by 20 is equal to 7 with the remainder of 3. And here I'm going to set up long division so that we could see the different parts a little bit easier without the work on the bottom. 143 is our dividend, which is the number being divided. 20 is our divisor, which is the number we divide by. 7 with the remainder of 3 is our quotient because that's the answer. And more specifically, remainder 3, that is our remainder, which is the number that is left over after you divide a number into equal parts. Now, 143 divided by 20 gave us 7 because if we take 143 and divide it into 20 groups, we get 7 in each group, but there is 3 left over, and that is what a remainder means.